Aloha and welcome to the Batch Boys. Boys, a toast to week 2 of Batch Boys in Paradise. Hear, hear.
Hear,
Yeah.
hear.
Hear,
Cheers.
Cheers, boys.
Mahalo.
Yum, yum, yum. I mean, this week was a crazy week, guys. We had 2 episodes. It was a wild time down on the beaches of Sayulita, Mexico. And, you know, I'm feeling really riled up from this week. Casey, how you doing, man?
I'm in love.
Oh, Casey, again?
I know. I'm in love. I'm in love with the show. I'm in love with this show. I'm in love with every bit of what it's doing to me. And this was one of the best weeks of Bachelor in Paradise I've ever seen. Can't wait to talk about it. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Then let's dive right in. Jake, you got anything you want to say?
I mean, I'm right there with you. So much has already happened. People have come, people have gone, people have come and gone at the same time, pretty much.
Yeah.
And it's just been such a thrill ride, and I am so grateful and humble to be a part of it. And you know, I never got to go on vacations as a growing up person. You know, like as a kid.
As a new baby boy.
Yeah, my step parents never took me.
Can you call it by what it's called, which is growing up person, please?
Yeah,
Thank you.
You know, I was just a young, small person, and my step parents never took me on vacations. They'd go, but they didn't take me. So I'm living very vicariously through all of these contestants. Well, not all of these contestants, because some of them are bad.
Yeah, we'll get to that. So
right.
just a few things of housekeeping. Our normal host, Ryan, isn't here. So as per usual, I'm taking over his duties. And, you know, we're missing him. He's in our thoughts and prayers. But on Batch in Paradise, sometimes new gentlemen are introduced later on in the show. So we'll see if we got any surprises, you know, tucked up those Chris Harrison sleeves.
Yeah,
also,
the ladies hold the power this week. So ladies, go ahead and give us your roses, and we'll, you know, hopefully not any new boys who come in, because I'm scared, because every week there are new guys and they scare me because I don't have love yet. And I want it.
but you love the show.
But I love the show.
Isn't that enough?
So you got to count one of those things. That's got to count
No,
for something.
I'm as unhappy
you
as
can't have
Evan.
it all.
You
know
can't
what?
have it all, Casey.
I'm gonna swoop in and I'm gonna steal this show from you.
Oh, okay. Let's not get too ahead of ourselves.
Well, then let's get into it.
All right. Well, if you not yet, if this is your first time watching, we are boys who love the Batch. You can check us out every week. We do this show every week. You can find it on iTunes. You can find it on YouTube, and that's it. So let's dive in dirty. Chad went home. Next topic.
Yeah, we're done. Moving on. No more Chad. Done with it.
Okay.
He sucks.
So Leah showing up.
Yeah, she had some work done, right?
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Oh yeah.
I love that's what everyone talked about, because that's what I thought as soon as I saw her. I was like, that's not Leah.
I mean, I follow her on Insta, so for me, it actually wasn't as shocking. I was like, I've been weaned into it.
Oh, she
She's the
looked
new
like
kid
one of
on
the
the block.
Olsen twins.
I could see that. I mean, and to me, that's a little sad. And I actually got to throw a quick thing out there. I didn't like how catty they were about her looks. Like, to me, that's not okay.
I think
I think
they were
it's-
more attacking her in any way they could because she herself is just a bad person.
Well, no, Daniel, I disagree with you. I think that if you're going to come into Paradise and you're going to look like that, then you deserve to get torn apart. You know what I'm saying? Like, physical appearance, number one thing, most important to everyone. Everyone knows that Paradise is all about it.
Yeah,
Because
but I mean,
that's love.
We're
And
shallow. Every one of us is shallow. We all we want are pretty people in our lives. That's why I hang out with these 2 boys.
Exactly.
And
that's understandable.
yeah.
I mean, I very clearly see that point with my clear eyes. And,
Yeah.
you know, Jake's degree agrees with that as well.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, you can't see, but this whole time my eyes have been closed, and that's just to show how scholarly I am.
it's because he got some work done on his eyes.
Yeah.
You'll see next week.
But yeah,
they're so tight.
I just wanted to say I wasn't a big fan of the twins saying that she was like a less pretty Amanda. I'm like, we don't need to go there. We can, you know, she's got some
They're right.
heart ugliness. So let's focus on that instead. But I don't know. I like Leah, but like, you know, she's gone. So.
There's no reason.
You don't
to
have to
like
say
her.
you like Leah.
That's fine.
Dude, she wanted to date Chad. That's all you need to know.
Yeah, which was amazing that she comes in.
Oh,
and
yeah,
just,
yeah. That
she
was-
comes in with a loaded gun and points it right at her foot and just pulls the trigger. And everybody already hates her. Then she says, "I'm here to see the guy that you all hate so much you booted him moments ago."
Yeah.
She just associates her with that evil, and it
Yeah, that was
couldn't have
bad.
gone any worse for her. She got to go on a date, which was good for her, but that got quickly turned around. And the saddest thing was just how delusional she was when she's like, I got this, like, for sure. Like, I'm going to find love and blah, blah, blah.
Well, I think the scariest thing was her moment with Amanda when she was getting ready for her date after Nick, like, threw to the curb and was like, Amanda's way cuter and I want Amanda, which, like, obviously everyone saw coming. But, like, she was so weird. Like, just sitting here next to you look just like me.
Parroting her and stuff.
You got my same limp kit. You got the same hair as me. You got the same palette.
Like making fun of her laugh.
I hope you don't have a shitty
like,
date.
Oh, that was our first bad word
That's
on the show.
That's a little bleep for the boys.
That was a bad word. Yikes.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm just very passionate about how
it's
weird.
okay. You're passionate for
she
the right
is.
reasons.
I gotta say, Amanda has become a really big source of just
Contention.
Of contention, of love, of deceit. Like, she herself hasn't like done much to like be,
Well, no, she's the most desirable of anyone there.
Exactly.
She has 2 kids.
Yeah, I mean, everybody wants to be a dad. Like, and what better way to do it than to
be a stepmom,
fall in love with someone, to be a
Hashtag all
stepdad,
parents are
excuse me.
step-parents.
Yeah, but we've always said that Amanda Stanton deserved love, and that we love her. We want what's best for her. We want her to just enjoy herself and her life, and she's come on Paradise, and she's just been a total rock star.
Yeah.
And so I'm gonna give some props.
Snap it up for Amanda. Come on, Casey. Come on.
No, dude, she's not been a total rock star. She started out a rock star. She dated my boy Nick.
And then she dated another guy, and that's what rock stars do.
Yeah, what are you trying to say, that she can't be a strong, independent woman and do what
I'm
she
saying
wants?
she should be a strong, independent woman with a guy who doesn't suck.
Casey, we don't like any types of S words around here, okay, mister?
Yeah, the guy who isn't.
Well, why don't we dive?
Why
don't we dive right into this right now? One of the big topics of the show: Amanda and Nick, interrupted by new guest on the show. One of like 4 this week, Josh. Josh, Casey, could you explain to me who this guy is? Because this is the first time I've ever seen him before. If you didn't know, I'm pretty new to The Bachelor still. So why don't you enlighten me?
Yeah, I mean, Josh has like consistently like taken Nick's woman, essentially, is what his rap is. I mean, he was on Andy's season, I believe, and he won, and he was with Andy, and then they broke up, and she wrote this book about like how terrible he was, and like allegedly abusive, which like I think there is some credence to, which is part of why I hate the guy. But anyways, so he's just like notoriously known for being Mr. Steal Your Girl, which he was on this show already, and he just seems like kind of a cocky, in like a bad way, just like an arrogant kind of dude.
Not confident. No,
it's
cocky.
not. No, because confident is great, and I think Nick's confident. I think Jared pretends to be confident. There's plenty of confidence in this place, but he's cocky, and in a way that makes me not like him as a person, and makes me wish bad things on his friends and family.
Yeah, I really don't think he's there for the right reasons. I just think it's weird that like he literally spoke to Amanda for probably like 20% of their total time together by the end of this week, and the other 80% was spent making out. And I get it, he's a good-looking dude, he's a confident dude, but I mean, whether or not that was producer stank, I still don't feel good about that. I did not like Nick when he was on Caitlyn's season, and I really felt bad for him, to be honest. Like, yeah, I want him to be with Amanda. I'd much rather Amanda go with him than Josh, and not to mention, he's 35 years old. I think he's at the point in his life that he might actually be a good fit for Amanda, a younger stepmom. Pairing could work well.
Stepdaddy, stepsons.
Yeah, I mean, and something we haven't touched on that I think is important to mention is that all children are stepchildren. And I think he's looking for some stepchildren.
But what's crazy, though? You know what they say? # all step parents are real parents.
It's true. It's a vicious cycle.
So Nick's looking to be a real daddy to Amanda's stepmom and stepchildren.
Yeah, and Josh is not looking to be a real daddy. Josh is trying to be a fake daddy. Josh wants to meet the kids while like he's taking Amanda home, and they're both kind of drunk, and like he brings them a present, but it's like not a very nice present. It's just kind of like ill thought out from a gas station. That's who Josh is. That's the kind of stepdad.
Hey, I got you a Snapple and a baseball bat.
No, it'd be more. No, it's better than that. It'd be like a little like miniature Harley that he like on a keychain that he got from. It's like, you like motorcycles, right? And they're like, we're 4-year-old girls. So yes, thank you, Daddy. And then it's gonna be a smooth marriage.
Wow. Yeah. I mean, guys, how do you think it's gonna shake out with next week?
Just with respect to this, or
like, do you think so? Amanda has the rose. Is she gonna keep Nick or is she gonna keep Josh?
Well, you're forgetting one entire possibility. Evan.
Oh wow, that is
no.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, hey, I'm sipping out of a coconut. I can entertain this craziness.
I mean, we're here in our own paradise, right, boys? You know, the paradise of friendship.
Yeah,
Can I get
Evan.
Cheers on the
I'll
paradise
cheers
of
on
friendship.
Yeah. So I mean, wait, okay. Evan, we'll get to Evan in a second, but do you think
Yes,
Josh,
we will.
Nick, or Evan? What's your thought, Casey?
I think it's going to be Josh for another week or two, and then I think she's going to see that all they have in common is our tongues, and that like because like I think Nick and her, I still would say that Nick and Amanda are going to end up on this season engaged, because Nick is thirsty to be engaged and will rush it, and Amanda will like Nick, and I think that they'll do okay.
So do you think Amanda will give the rose to
Not-
Josh, but
no,
Nick will still
I
stay
think
safe?
I think she'll give the rose to Josh, and I think Nick will somehow squeeze through because people like Nick. He's fun. He's an attract. Like girls who aren't with someone will keep Nick around because like maybe I'll get with Nick. You know,
I wonder-
he's
Well,
attractive.
I have a prediction for how that's going to go
Yeah.
down. So as we know, Kayla's coming up.
Yeah.
She'll be here next week. What I think is going to happen, since we see that Jared is interested in Kayla, that Emily, who is currently trying to be with Jared, one of the twins, is going to get kind of the boot from Jared. Jared's going to go after Kayla. I think she will be able to save Nick
By going for Josh and breaking up Amanda, 'cause that's what I
no,
just
no.
assumed.
I think Amanda's giving the rose to Josh, and I think
Oh, she'll save Nick this
she
week.
will save Nick.
Sure.
I think the exact same thing. And what I was wondering though is I wonder if the twins only get one rose. And if so, would it
No,
go
they
to
don't.
Brandon?
They
And if
each
so,
get their
I
own
don't
rose.
think so, because that wouldn't make sense. Because then they don't get to save who
Yeah.
they want.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they each get their own rose.
Yeah,
for sure.
exactly. So that's my prediction.
strong predictions. I like
yeah,
that.
you know, I'm thinking kind of ahead, but a lot of working pieces there.
To offshoot, I do have one more prediction about this subject, though.
Go
Does that have
ahead.
to do with Carly?
Yes, actually. That's
Okay.
crazy. So, my prediction, Carly, who recently dumped Evan, super cold. We're going to get to that. Well, not
We can
cold.
talk about it
was
now.
great. No, hold on.
Okay.
Carly is going to get pregnant in paradise. Hold on. And squeeze out a little baby gentleman who will walk out onto that beach and woo Amanda Stanton away from Nick. And then Amanda, she loves babies.
No. A
Is
brand
this an
new growing.
immaculate conception?
It's a brand new growing boy.
No,
We don't care- we don't care how it
growing up guy.
happened.
What was it?
a person, a little
A growing up person? No, it was just
It's a
a
little
beginning of the
yeah.
episode.
person.
Yeah, growing up person.
So we're going to have a little growing up person walking the beach, super sexy.
And you know that he's gonna have a great life because he's starting off in paradise.
Yeah,
Exactly.
just
Unlike
like us.
me.
He was born
Just
in
like
paradise.
us. We had to work to get to this paradise. Am I right, friends?
Oh,
Here.
absolutely.
Cheers.
Not too hard.
And aloha
Golden
to-
season,
to-
season 3's.
Yeah,
matching
this is
up.
our golden season. So, okay, well, now that we're on the subject of the twins, Brandon came in and obviously was interested in one of them. I mean, I could
Sort
be more
of.
entertained by watching paint dry with this dude. I could be more entertained by watching Nick go home and meet the kids, even though I
Brandon-
vehemently said that wouldn't happen last week.
Brandon is like a vampire garbage man. Like he's just like so boring and so creepy and so full of like smells and like bad angsty like lack of sunlight. Like just like he's so weird.
I feel like he's like researching a role or something. He's like being like he I don't know. He's like some type of like comedian who's coming in and being like, I'm so excited to be here. It's like there's butterflies in my stomach and fireworks in my head, and I couldn't be more thrilled. I haven't been this excited since my step-parents' funeral.
Do you guys feel like he's like Matthew McConaughey playing Brandon? Like he's just like so reserved. Like I agree with your impression. It's literally just like he's sitting on that date just like, yeah, we have a really great connection. Of course we have a great connection. Can't you see
I
the
mean,
It's very
polarity?
nice being here with you.
And
I can tell you apart.
It looks like you have a drinking problem. Cool braids, though.
Grab my hand. Let's go for a walk.
Speaking of drinking problems, Casey, what are we drinking this week?
We're drinking Mai Tais.
Yeah, Mai Tais. Cheers for Mai Tais.
Lots of cheers.
Lots of Mai's and the ties for
Oh.
the boys, which explains our wild theories about Carly's pregnancies.
Good thing there's no half a beers being drunk, or else you might, go crazy in paradise or
Get your hair
dislocate
braided.
your shoulder golfing with your dad last weekend. Am I right, boys?
With your what?
Stepdad.
Oh.
Sorry.
Hashtag all parents are step
All
parents.
parents are step parents, and all step parents are real parents.
Hashtag all children are stepchildren.
Hashtag all veterans are really, really good people, and we thank you for
Yeah,
your
pour
service.
some out for Jubes. Took a walk last week.
On the
I'm
equipment.
missing her.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Rest in peace.
R.I.P. But
So yeah, but to the twins. How'd you guys feel about the like play-by-play we got with Jared and Haley, or Haley Emily?
What do you mean?
Which she's like, it's really simple. This is all you do to seduce a guy. You lay over on your side and you pay him lots of compliments, and then by the time he's ready to get in the mood, he like rolls over and she like throws her leg over on him and looks directly in the camera and smiles like, I told you so.
I mean that if we weren't going to get into that, I have some thoughts on that. Some real talk thoughts.
Yeah.
And I don't like I understand where she's coming from. She likes this guy who, as Vinny says, has got no game.
Yeah.
You know, he's just staring up at the
He
ceiling.
was literally a corpse.
Yeah.
More a corpse than Brandon.
Yeah, exactly. No, this is Jared.
I know, more of a corpse
more
than
of a-
Brandon.
yeah.
Jared has so little game.
Rat face from Caitlin's season.
Still a rat face. Still gross.
Yeah.
Still sucks.
Oh no, I think he's gotten a lot more handsome.
Hashtag just a rat face. But anyway, he, is giving off. He's not even giving off any vibes. He's just giving nothing. He's just a totally blank, bland, corpse. He's a corpse.
Just grown up already person.
And I feel bad because I understand where Haley, right?
Yeah.
Haley was
Emily.
coming from. Was it Emily?
No, it was Haley.
It was Haley.
But it was Emily.
Yeah,
Okay.
Haley went on the date with. Okay, anyway.
No, was it?
Emily's the one with the blonde hair.
Okay. Well, the twin that's interested in him.
Emily was the one on Ben's season.
Are you talking about Emily or Haley Ferguson, or are you talking about Haley Ferguson?
Look, guys, I'm
Emily?
trying to get some real talk out there.
Okay, all right.
All right, let me just get to the bottom of it.
Okay.
So she's kind of put in this position to be like, I'm interested in this guy, like, because she thinks that that's what, guys are like.
Yeah.
And I got to say, like, listening to her just kind of give this play-by-play of, like, how to seduce men as a whole, as one encompassing umbrella term, that they need to be, tricked into, like, you have to be stupid and you have to be pretty and you have to, do stuff like that to get his attention, throw yourself on him. It's like, that's not what it's about. That's not how it should be. That's not courting.
No.
That's just...
Being a man is all about being open to new experiences and potentially stepping in as a father when need be.
Yeah, definitely. But again, keeping it real, it's kind of, as a man myself, a boy by night, but a man during the day. It hurts me to think that that's the perception that some women have, that some guys just are lifeless, emotionless pieces of meat that you have to change for or something. I just don't think there's a connection there, and I think she needs to find someone who will value her for her, because we love them. We love the twins.
No. The twins are awesome.
They
I
are
love 'em.
amazing.
Yeah.
I would love to meet them. I would love to
Have them on
play
the show.
mini golf. Have them on the show. I would list. I don't know.
Well, Jake, I like what you're throwing out here, because I think it's something we don't do as often on the Batch Boys. Like, everyone knows that we're gonna have fun talking about the show together, but this is like real relationship advice from Jake C over here, and I think I agree with you, and it's really important that we do this on our show, because at the end of the day, we're all here to find love. That's what everyone's here for. That's why Bachelor Nation exists, because we're fans of love. And I think something you kind of keyed on a little bit that really hits home with me is that I think women in general, they shouldn't have to have an expectation period of what they should do for a guy, whether it's be stupid or to be smart. You shouldn't have to have any expectation. All you should do is just be you, and whether you're stupid or you're smart, be yourself, and the right guy will match up with you. If you're like...
and I don't mean to segue here, but I feel like that's a perfect way to get into another topic I'd like to talk about, because not only does that apply for women, that applies for men. It applies for people, for persons. And a man who I feel was in that very same boat this week was Damn Daniel. And he said that himself explicitly, and I loved that.
Yeah, he said, I know I'm kind of out there. I know it take a little while to warm up to. And I'm like, that's the first thing I've heard you say of any substance.
Yeah,
and I'm down with it.
He won me this week. This is my big takeaway this week, was that not only did Damn Daniel win me over, Damn Daniel has game, and Damn Daniel won Sarah over. Like over hot, positive, sexy Christian.
Sexy.
Like how many times did that man say that something was sexy?
By the way, big ups to Christian.
Yeah.
He favorited our tweet.
Oh yeah, well, I mean,
we do love you, but we need to say sexy less.
I gotta say, it's nice seeing a lot of these familiar faces. It makes it easier for me to get involved, with the show and feel more like I have a place giving advice with them because they're my family at this point.
No. It's exactly.
Family.
It's like Fast and the Furious. You know what I mean? It's like they're not just friends; they're family. Exactly. And the thing is, Christian, you're close by. If you're listening to this right now, homie, you're always welcome on the show. We love you.
Yeah. We'll get you on here soon, bud.
Come be a boy with us. It's okay. You don't always have to be a man.
He's gonna call us sexy.
I'm okay.
I would be
sexy.
Okay, welcome.
I can't continue.
Oh yeah.
So
Okay.
Damn
Daniel. Champagne and roses and whiskers on kittens.
He just said
Those
so
are
many
a few
things.
of our favorite things here on The Batch. And seeing him just take that initiative and it just come out of nowhere, because this whole time he's been like, I'm an eagle and I don't deserve pigeons,
They're all
stuff like
bruised
that.
fruit. He called Sarah bruised fruit at some point, and now is she's the best
came
girl
off
there.
Very aggressive and short-minded. But seeing him do that was just so heartwarming and really it made me, as I was sitting there sipping on my chilled glass of wine, I was just like, whoa. I was drinking white wine. And Moscato, and I was just like, wow, it's been so long since I've had a guy do that for me. Just pull me aside and have a bucket of champagne and some chocolate covered strawberries
and two arms
that he put together on his own on a deserted island.
He paid a local.
That.
No, he paid a local.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
Paid a local.
Here's the thing about Damn Daniel for me is he shares my namesake. I don't think he's doing it for the right reasons. I think he's doing it to stay longer. Also, I think Damn Daniel has a little bit of a personal issue he's got to work out here. Whereas I think he's got something I would like to dub a new term, a new vocab word here at the Batch Boys studio.
It's been a while.
Paradise goggles.
Okay.
It's when you spend too much time in paradise and what your perception of attractive is differs from your day to day. Meaning that, what you might.
Oh, that's. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
I'm with you.
So maybe they've been there for probably 3 weeks now. So maybe at the beginning he's like, oh no, I don't want Sarah, I want X, Y, and Z. He has this person in his mind. And I don't think that's a good thing. I think you should always be open to a new type of person to be with.
Well, and Sarah's freaking hot.
No, Sarah's beautiful.
Sarah's hot.
She's beautiful. And and sidebar real quick, I love that they make her missing an arm like a positive thing on the show.
Well,
have you guys noticed that? No, I think it's totally cool, and I think it'd be an easy thing for the TV to spin negatively or make it seem weird. But I love that it's like an empowering thing. In my opinion, it's like, look, if you're if you're a girl out there or a guy, and you if you have some sort of handicap like that, you deserve love too. I think that's a great message.
I guess I feel like that might be a little condescending though, just not to be negative about it, but in the way I was viewing it, it didn't ever really come up. Aside from a few negative comments from a little certain someone that is gone and we will never talk about again.
No, but that's the awesome thing about it is that they could bring it up and they could make it a talking point because everyone kind of has their niche.
They could take advantage of that and they could exploit that trait.
The twins are always, it's always the joke is always that they're the twins and that they're but with her is they're taking her on physical dates. She went ziplining and rock climbing and swimming and stuff with Christian.
Yeah, so
with
sexy
Christian.
Yeah, I just don't think we need to give ABC a pat on the back for doing what's simple.
I think it's just an unspoken thing. I think they're just treating her like the person she is,
and they totally should. I'm just saying, she's a very nice girl, but her personality isn't to me outstanding. But I do think that it's very cool that they're not making it a big deal. If that makes sense.
Sure.
I'm just saying
you're making it a big deal on this show right now.
No, we are. Oh, I'm just saying. To me, I'm not in that position. But if I did have some sort of physical handicap, I might have some confidence. There's a chance.
Look,
this is temporary. But I'm just saying there might be some sort of confidence barrier. In some occasions.
Well, I feel like
she's a good role model.
She has clearly proven herself to be a strong-willed, strong-minded woman who, has clearly it is implied,
Yeah.
just from knowing her, that she's had to overcome certain obstacles and challenges.
Yeah.
Aside from just ziplining, and she speaks her mind, and she's very forward and upfront, and not she doesn't impose on others like her beliefs. She just is her. She's very real. And I love the way that she stood up to the adversity that was poisoning the island earlier.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I feel like we understand what we're all saying here.
Yeah.
She's great, and
Sarah's
the date
great.
was good, and I hope that she goes with Daniel.
She will.
I
She
want her to
will
go
'cause
with
she likes
Christian.
him, and he's damn Daniel, and he's great.
I want her to go with
Um,
Christian.
I love Christian, but like other people will definitely go for Christian. Like he is gonna get swooped up, but like I don't know. There's something for me about seeing like a guy who's just kind of maybe a little quirky or something, bear it all and make someone laugh and feel comfortable.
I mean,
and,
I
and
think-
change an expectation.
I mean, Jake, I think you get to see that more often than you realize.
Elaborate.
Nah, it's okay. Just saying.
Look, can we talk about the villain of the show, which we've yet to do?
Josh?
No, Evan.
Oh,
Quite
gosh.
clearly the worst person on the show, the biggest thorn in America's side.
I just got to give a quick shout out, though, again, to the sadists over at ABC for designing the best producer stank date for them possible. Like, how
So shocking.
hilarious is, like, that is genius level reality TV right there.
We're talking about the Guinness World Record habanero.
Yeah, the habanero kiss.
kiss.
It's the funniest thing. It's like, what way? They're in their mind, like, what way can we get them to kiss but be crying while doing it?
Well,
It's so funny.
They just they frankly didn't give a already doomed relationship a chance, which was great. And it just like cursed, like they had like a 0.01 chance of being something. He would have had to have like the perfect date and like, oh, he really surprised me tonight. No, ABC was like, absolutely not. We're going to capitalize on how terrible Evan is and how much he thinks he's like a good person who deserves like a gorgeous like bikini clad bombshell. Evan, go to Target and try to meet yourself a nice humbled woman.
Don't
who
do
will
that to
take care
Target.
of your
Go
children.
do that to
go
Target,
to the
Casey.
new produce section in Target. Get yourself a bag of grapes and one of those bags with 3 raw potatoes in it, and find a woman who's got some kale and maybe some sour cream.
Yeah. I mean,
because you got yourself a medley.
Evan, you're top notch. You could go to Trader Joe's and go right to the back where the dumpsters are and meet the fine lady, all right? Because that's where you belong. I hate you, Evan. You're tacky
Yeah,
and
Evan,
you're
so
a bad
we
person.
love everyone. Oh, we
Except
want to
Evan.
support everyone on the show, but not Evan. Not Evan.
Evan, come on the show
I
and
do
defend
feel
yourself.
for him, like as a sensitive type. I can understand where he's coming from.
No,
but
he
at the
makes
same
sensitive types
time,
feel
it's
look
like,
bad.
dude, like just know yourself. Like you have 3 children at home. That
Yeah.
you're on an island immediately after having been.
This is not an island, by the way.
He's on an island.
Aloha.
Yeah,
He's
in
in
Hawaii.
paradise.
Oh,
Aloha.
sorry.
And as we all know where that is, and he's just I don't know. He's the definition of delusional.
Yeah.
And I've been using that word a lot this season.
That kiss was so gross.
Ugh, yuck.
That was so gross.
Yeah, he's over salivating as well. That's going to be a term that I'm going to use.
Guys, we are all out of time this week. The camera might
fucked
cut off. But I just want to say that, this has been week 2 of this crazy Bachelor basically fanfic that some 13-year-old girl is writing. I literally feel like we're watching the imagination of some young fan.
Sure.
It'll be interesting to see next week when, that's what I think.
Whatever you
And
want.
you're entitled to
Okay.
that.
Oh, yeah, I'm entitled to that. I don't have to change for any boy. Join us next week as Ratface finally decides that he has feelings for someone on the show.
And he might act on that.
And that we watch Amanda Stanton give her rose to Evan.
We
I
certainly
think-
don't hope so.
I think she'll. I totally agree with you, Jake. That the swoop with the twin is going to happen.
Cool.
And I hope Brandon goes home. Any last words, boys?
Cheers.
Yeah, hey,
No, no, no.
cheers.
Yeah.
I have a couple last words. Yeah, if you want to write into us, batchboys.net/contact. That's the best way to get in contact with us. You can check us out on facebook.com/batchboys. That's where all our info is. And if maybe you're just browsing on your phone, you're finding yourself in paradise with nothing better to do, get on Insta, check us out at The Batch Boys. Get on Twitter, write us in at Batch Boys.
I feel so much pride in my heart right now that you nailed that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Oh no,
that's a
I'm-
great note to end on.
Yeah.
I'm proud of you, JC.
Cheers, Jen.
So
Cheers.
week 2.
To week 2. Here,
Paradise.
cheers.
Cheers.